Hey everyone, my name is Marshall Mind, bringing you a brand new video, and as you can tell from the title of this video, this was by far the most technical fight I have ever experienced in EA Sports UFC 2. Now, in this fight, I am playing as George St. Pierre facing Robbie Lawler, and the Robbie Lawler player was actually a very high-level EA Sports UFC 1 player. He was number 1 for a very long time, I believe so, and he was very, very, very good in this match. The biggest problem that I encountered as I was facing him, as you can see right there, is he's one of those guys that really loves the parry. And when I say loves the parry, I mean he loves the parry. Look at that. As you can see, look at that, he parries my body kick. He is creating a force field of parries constantly. He parries to the head, parries to the body, and what he does is he moves forward while constantly parrying up, parrying low, as fast as he possibly can, and that creates a force field that makes it very difficult to actually find an opening where you can throw your shots without getting parried and hit with a nasty counter. So the second I realized that was what he was doing, I decided to try to use my feints. Use misdirection, and I decided to turn this fight into as a technical fight as I possibly can. I decided to counter strike, in other words, move backwards, not move forward, because one, I'm using George St. Pierre. He's got Robbie Lawler. Robbie Lawler is extremely powerful in EA Sports UFC 2. You do not want to get hit by Robbie Lawler. The last thing you want to do is exchange with him or try to brawl with him. So I figured my best chance of winning this fight is to be passive. Passive and counter strike. Don't lead, just back up and be very careful and try not to get hit as much as you possibly can. I also try to pot shot him basically, and that's why I am throwing like one shot, just one strike. I move around, see an opening, and I throw one shot, and I'm just trying to land those shots one by one until I can find a clear opening to put a combination together. When you're facing guys like these who are very good at the parry and just constantly create this force field of parries around them, you can't really commit to a combination, because the second you commit to a combination, you're gonna get parried and you're gonna get destroyed. The one thing I noticed about him was he really loved to lead with the straight left, and you'll see him do that all the time, over and over again, leading with that straight left, and it's very effective when you're using, as I get dropped right there, it's very effective when you're using Robbie Lawler, because that straight left gets you a hit reaction like every single time it lands. And he was very technical as well. As you can see, he's not being reckless, he's not being aggressive. I mean, he's being aggressive with his movement because he's moving forward, but he's not really throwing combinations. Like, he's not really ripping those combinations like you see a lot of players do. As round number 1 ends right here, and he clearly won round number 1. As you can see, what I noticed is that when you win a round, the camera angle actually pans to your corner, and whichever fighter you see in the corner during the end of the round is the fighter that usually wins that round. So round number 2 starts off, and I gotta admit, during this fight I was pretty nervous. I was extremely nervous. I am at a disadvantage on the feet because he has Robbie Lawler and I've got GSP. I mean, in this game, GSP is not powerful on the feet at all. So I was kind of nervous on the feet. Like, I wasn't exactly sure how I was going to beat this guy, but I knew that if I was going to do it, it had to be by playing extremely smart. So I'm moving around. I am looking for the body kick. I am looking for the straight to the head right there, straight to the head and body kick. I'm looking for those two shots specifically because those, well, for one, the straight right gets me a hit reaction every time I land it, and the body kick is GSP's. It's very long. It's a long weapon. It's not the longest weapon, but it's the longest yet safest, fastest weapon that I can use against this guy. So I'm moving around. Right there, he parries my shot, rips to the body a few times, and I'm getting nervous. I'm moving around, and I'm also looking for the left high kick. I love that kick a lot. You can really catch people off guard with it. So moving around, trying to use my feints a little bit. He parries me right there, catches me with a few body kicks, parries my shot. He's just parrying everything and ripping me. And he's also looking for that elbow. But in this round, I'm starting to notice something. I'm starting to notice that my feints are working. When I'm feinting, that is when I'm feinting my kicks, feinting the punches, and feinting the takedown. It is working. It's confusing him a little bit. He's not sure exactly where to parry, and it's creating opportunities for me to land shots. So I figured, let me just explore this a little bit, move around some more, see just how well it works, and then turn it up. I believe he also won round number 2. He landed those leg kicks. He caught me with a few shots after a parry, and he's getting pretty nervous. He's a very good player. He knows exactly what he's doing. Right there, I get caught with a head kick. I catch him with a spinning kick to the body. We split straights right there. And I'm not really trying to parry that much because I don't want to get myself in trouble. What my concern, my main concern and main focus is finding clear openings to land those strikes. You know, trying to find an opening to cleanly land the shot without getting parried. So that was the purpose, and the challenge was actually finding those clear openings or trying to create those clear openings. And my road to success pretty much depended on my ability to confuse him using my feints. Right there, I'm catching him with those body kicks. Those body kicks are bringing me success. And round number 2 is about to end right there. And you're gonna see right there, they'll show Robbie Lawler right there, Robbie Lawler in his corner. That tells you Robbie also won round number 2. As we go right into round number 3. From round number 3, things are going to start picking up for me a little bit. I'm going to start using my feints way more as I feint right there and hit him with a Superman punch. I'm feinting way more than I was feinting in round number 2. I'm really picking it up. I'm feinting my takedowns. I'm feinting everything. And right there, what I was doing was looking for a takedown. I go for a takedown, he defends it. And honestly, I'm not really threatened by Robbie Lawler on top of me, especially when I have a guy like George St. Pierre. It's really not a good idea to try to stay on top when you have Robbie Lawler, especially when you're going against a good player using a grappler like GSP. So he's going to strike me a little bit right there and get back up, which is a very wise decision. You don't want to get stuck on your back with GSP on top of you. Right there, I get him in the clinch. Land a few shots. I'm going to go to over under. I'm going to go to double under right away, get to the back clinch, and instantly go for that takedown. Everything went really smoothly, but my stamina was low, so I wasn't able to hold the position. He was able to get up. I defend the takedown, and we are back to striking. There wasn't a lot of grappling in this fight. It was mostly striking on the feet, very technical striking on the feet. So right here in this round, I am getting the better of him. And as I am landing more of these shots, as I'm landing these clean shots, I can feel my confidence growing up. I'm like, okay, I can hit this guy. Even though he's parrying a lot and, you know, still hitting me, I can hit this guy if I use my feints. And I can put some punches and some kicks to him. So I'm just looking to outsmart him as he catches me with a two-piece combo right there that tells you exactly why you don't want to stand in front of Robbie Lawler. I mean, that was two shots, two clean shots, knocked me back like I'm about to get knocked out. That is crazy. He is so powerful, man. Robbie is so powerful. You don't want to make the mistake of brawling with him. In a fight like this, you just gotta stay patient as I double up that Superman punch. I don't know why I did that. That looked cheesy as hell, but I did it anyways. I get him in the Muay Thai plum, land 2 knees, and let him go. I was trying to score points right there. So I'm not really looking for a knockout in this fight. I was not looking for a knockout. I was not looking for a rock. I was not looking to hurt him. I wasn't looking for any of that. I was just fighting, just playing smart, and if a knockout comes, awesome. If it doesn't come, fine as well, as long as we get that win. So still moving around, trying to use my head movement a little bit because I did realize that the head movement does grant you better counters when you counter off of a sway. The damage you get is bigger. As I get him in a clinch right there, I try to transition to over under again. He hits me with an elbow, gets me in the the Muay Thai plum. I escape, and round number 3 is over. Now watch who they show in the corner. Watch who they... George St. Pierre right there. That told me right there, okay, I'm doing well. I am starting to win this fight. I won round number 3. That is the first round I won so far. So if I can win the next 2 rounds, I'm good to go. So round number 4 starts off. I am really picking up my feints right here. Takedown feints, punch feints, kick feints. At some point, I was actually pretending like I was gonna grab him in the clinch and going for kicks, and it was working. I was just pulling out all the possible tricks in this fight, anything possible to confuse this guy and land some clean shots. I was doing it as I get him with that Superman punch over the top right there. And from this particular point right here, I was starting to have a lot of fun because everything I was doing was working. And you know, when you see a fight like this, in my opinion, when a fight like this happens, you see how beautiful this game could be. You see that this game has so much potential if a few things are just tweaked, a few things are changed, a few things are done differently. This game has so much potential to really represent mixed martial arts in the way that mixed martial arts is supposed to be represented. It should not be about this constant striking over and over and over again, non-stop kickboxing. It should not be about that. It should be about technical fights. Every single fight should be like this if you want to win. And if it's not like this, and you brawl and you get reckless and you get too aggressive, you should be finished so quickly. It should be extremely dangerous to fight too aggressively. And in my opinion, this fight like this is what I would like to see every single high level fight look like. A game of chess, a game of chess where you're trying to outsmart your opponent at every single step of the way. It's not just pressing buttons. You're thinking, you're planning, you're thinking steps ahead, you're feinting, you're using misdirection, you're confusing your opponent to land shots. Look at that. Boom. Faked the I'm gonna do it again right here. I'm gonna fake the clinch and then go for a Superman punch right there. Fake Superman punch, but he still caught me. It was so fun. Like, it's so amazing how the fight was going. It's like catching with a straight to the head, followed by a lead head kick, and I think I actually hurt him with that. Feinted twice with the body kick, hit him in the body. He parried that one, caught me with a head kick, and I'm just moving around, trying to keep myself in the center of the cage. I'm not lunging way too much. Like, I'm not just constantly lunging over and over again. I'm just trying to maintain and remain in the middle of that cage as much as I possibly can. And if I start feeling my back close to the cage, I lunge it. Right there, I hurt him. He's so hurt right here. But once again, guys, I can't run in. I can't rush in. So he recovered. But either way, this round was a massive success. I hit him with a lot of shots, a lot of clean shots, even to the point that I hurt him with George St. Pierre. So success. Round number 4 is over. Everything went well. Once again, as you can see, they're showing my fighter in the corner, and we are going to go over to the last round. Round number 5. This is the champions round right here. Well, by the way, in case you didn't know, this was actually a championship fight. And I was a champion, and he was trying to take my belt. So there's no way I was letting this guy take my belt right here. As I'm still feigning, hitting him in the body with those body kicks, moving around, paying very close attention to his parries, trying to place my shots when he's not parrying. He's still moving forward. He's still not throwing a lot of shots. At some point, I thought he would want to go to the clinch, maybe trying to, mix up the elbows and knees like a lot of players do, but he never did that. He was really focused on boxing with Robbie Lawler. If I was Robbie, I would have mixed it up a little bit more with something else, but he really just wanted to box with Robbie. He wanted to hit me with something big. But in round number 5, I was just hitting this guy left and right, just having fun. Got him in the clinch right there, hit him with some knees. He caught me with an elbow. Try to whip him. He defended against that, and he escapes. Switch back to the conventional stance. I am literally feinting takedowns right in front of him to confuse him. It was just, that's one of the things about this game that I really, really, absolutely freaking love that they added. Um, I wish it was strike cancels. You know, it's completely different from animated feints. I wish what we had was strike cancels, but this works as I feint a takedown and hit him with a head kick. That was so nice. Really enjoyed that one. Getting back to the center of the cage. I can see him parrying his head, so I go to the body. He parries that, catches me with a nasty body punch. And you know, GSP is he's really hanging in there. He's hanging in there way more than he'll be able to hang in there if he were to face Robbie Lawler in real life. I don't think GSP will be able to stand with Robbie Lawler in real life. If he wants to beat Robbie, he'll have to take the fight to the ground. If he stands, he's gonna get knocked out for sure. As I catch him right there, he parries. But I mean, I honestly knew for sure that this round was mine. At this point, I mean, 1 minute 12 seconds to go. I knew this round was mine. I already landed so many shots. Body kick, moving around, coming and fading that thing. Body kick. He catches me with a head kick. Such a technical fight, dude. I'm not even looking for the takedowns anymore. I'm just hitting this dude left and right. I think right here he knocked me back. I don't really remember what happened here. Right there, yeah, he knocked me back with the elbow. That one scared me. That one terrified me. I'm like, okay, we don't want to get hit with an elbow from Robbie Lawler because all it takes is one, and I'll get rocked and destroyed. Right there, straight, bam, he's hurt again, but the round is over. What a fight. By far the most technical fight I have ever experienced in EA Sports UFC 2, and I enjoyed every single second of it. A lot of people might watch that and go, oh, this is boring. Nothing's happening here. But in my opinion, this is how I would like to fight all my fights. This fight lasted like 20 minutes. It was 20 minutes of just constant thinking. By the time this fight was over, my brain was fried. I was like, oh my gosh. I feel like I just played a round of chess. That's really what it felt like. And I just had to share it with you guys because I really enjoyed every second of it. Um, we're not really bleeding. I mean, we're bruised, but we're not bleeding. I mean, that just tells you how little we actually hit each other. We barely touched each other in this fight. I mean, usually when you see as right there, I retain my belt. George St. Pierre retains my belt. Usually when you watch ranked matches, both guys are bleeding, gushing blood. But I mean, look at that. We have just minor bruises because we were barely touched. It's so realistic. You know, I love it. I absolutely adore it, and I hope you guys enjoyed this. Let me know in the comment section if you enjoyed it. Let me know if you enjoy watching technical fights like these. And right there, that's the player, Brad L. UFC 1995. If you enjoyed it, leave a like, of course, and please keep supporting my videos. I really appreciate it, guys. And I will see you in the next ranked match. Be safe, guys. Be safe.